One of the most important things when creating a website is that you need to make sure that it's compatible or mobile friendly. So to check that, you can go back to the administration and you can see here 3 devices, one desktop, one tablet, and one cell phone. It is very important to check your website in each device. So let's see how it looks on tablet. In this case, the logo looks really tiny and I'm showing the site title. So I'm going to change that by clicking on the pencil. I'm going to disable the site title here and I'm going to make the logo wider. That's much better. And now let's see the footer. The footer looks good. So now I'm going to check this mobile phone. And it has the same problem. So now I'm going to remove the site title and I'm going to make the logo wider. This is better, and as you can see, it's working correctly. Everything looks fine. So it is good for now. If you want to check a product, you can enter into one. And as you can see, the navigation looks good also. And everything is just fine. So now hit the publish button and we are done making our website mobile friendly. Now I'm going to click again on the desktop icon and I'm going to go back to the shop page. I'm going to hide this menu and now I'm going to go back to the general menu because now we are going to change the shop page. Click on the WooCommerce option. Let's see the general configuration, and here I'm saying that I want to use the default configuration we set up on the general configuration before. Now the product catalog, which is this page, the shop page, I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and here we can change how the cards or the items, the products are looking. If you change to design to, you are going to see that now we have an add to cart button here, which I think it looks very good. And I can add more columns. We have 2 columns, but right now I want 3 columns. So I change and we have now 3 columns. That's perfect. And here we can define how many products per page. Right now we are showing 12, but let's see, we want 16. That's fine. And here we can define a custom width for the container. You can choose the default or the custom one. I'm going to leave the custom because it's a little bit wider, as you can see here. And here you can decide what the shop page is going to display. So I choose to display only products, and the ordering is the default ordering, but you can change it as you want to get the more popular products first, or the average rating, or the most recent, or the cheapest. And here you can show or hide different information from each product. If you want to hide something, you can click on the eye icon. For instance, the category. I'm going to hide the category here. And I'm going to hide the ratings. If you want, you can add the add to cart button. For me, that's too much. I'm going to hide it. And now if you scroll up a little bit and you click on the design tab, you can choose the alignment of the cards. Right now it's on the left. As you can see here, the text is left aligned. But if you choose the center, it's going to change. And actually, I like this better. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to publish and I'm going to check my website on the front end. I'm going to refresh. And this is how it's looking. I like it. It's going really well. And now I'm going back to the customizer to see what the single product has. I'm going to click in any of the products just to check. And again, the first options are for the layouts. I'm going to use the default one. And if you scroll down a little bit, you are going to see the same options as for the shop page. You can show or hide some options. So for instance, if you want to hide the category, you can hide it here. And I'm going to display the payment options because I think visually it makes you feel safer. And here, if you click the arrow button, you can select the default or the grayscale for the cards. I'm going to leave it for the color one. You can change the title, which is this one. And you can hide or display some of the other payment methods. You can also reorder everything here if you want to show the ratings on top. In this case, we don't have ratings, but for instance, I want to move the title. And let's see what it says for the add to cart options. Click it on the arrow. You can make the button wider. 50% is fine. I'm going to reset. And now for the product options, I can enable or disable the breadcrumbs. And you can enable the shipping text, which is this one. I think it's very good. So I'm going to leave it as it is now. And for the product variations, we don't have that yet, but I'm going to leave it stacked. And this option is really important. So I'm going to enable it because this one makes the add to cart sticky. So if I scroll down, the add to cart option is going to appear here. And I think that option is very useful. So I'm going to scroll down all the way and I'm going to click on the design panel. And here you can change the text color of the sticky nav, the background, the text, and the bottom background. I think it's very good as it is now, so I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to publish. I'm going to the products view and I'm going to enter into one product just to double check that everything is looking good and it's looking fine and it's working fine. Everything is good. Now I'm going to go back to the customizer, go back here on the single product, and now I'm going to the card option. And for previewing this option, I'm going to go to the card and I'm going to click the view card option. This is a pretty standard card view, so it is fine. I'm not going to change anything. And actually, the only things you can personalize here is the proceed to checkout option, the text, and you can enable the cross-selling, which is products that are going to appear here in order for the user to buy additional things. So I'm going to leave this disable and this one enable, and I'm going to go back. Let's go to the checkout option and I'm going to click this checkout button. This is our checkout, and here we can customize a couple fields. So for instance, the company name field, this is the company name. We can change it to be hidden or optional or required. I'm going to hide this button because I think it's not needed. The address line number 2, I'm going to leave it optional, and the phone field, I'm going to leave it required. You can mark the required fields with an asterisk. I think this one is important. You can choose your privacy policy page. You can set your terms and conditions page. It's not needed, but it's good for privacy. And here you can customize your message. And this one is important because this text is going to be placed after the payment methods we are going to configure after. Here you can add something that make the user feel safer. For instance, now I'm going to publish and I'm going to double check my process. I'm going to refresh here. I'm going to check my cart page. And I'm going to check my checkout. Everything is looking good. Now I'm going to go back to the customizer, going back here, and let's see what the miss option has. There is an option to show the plus and minus. This is for the products, so I'm going to go to the products again, just to show you how that works. If you enable this, a minus and a plus button are going to be added here on the quantity. I think that's good, so I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go back here and let's see the product images. So the main image width refers to the product page. So it means when you go to the product page, the size of the image is 600 pixels, and when you are on the shop page, the thumbnail width image is 300 pixels. I'm going to leave this option select since I want all my photos or my images the same size. I'm going to publish everything, and I'm going to go back to the store notice option. This is for when you want to display a general message on your website. So I'm going to enable it just for you to see how it works. You can personalize your message here. You could add here a promotion, a discount, a code, a coupon code. You can change the position of the notice, hang over top. Let's see what that does. It's going to be placed above everything and is fixed. Top means that it's fixed, but it's overlapping my top menu. And at the bottom, well, fixed on the bottom. You can change the color. This is the text color. And this is the background color. So for now, I'm not going to enable this, but I'm going to leave it with the main website color. Let's say this dark color is better. And I'm going to disable it and I'm going to publish.